Welcome back to Cards and Comics, guys. Today we're going to open a box of 1994 Leaf Limited. High-end product for the time. It has not aged as well, mostly because the big hit here was the A-Rod insert here. I believe it was like the Phenom rookie insert. So, again, I'm looking for odds here. I don't see them on the box. But that was the big hit. Yeah, rookie Phenom cards featuring 10. So that was the big hit. So, like, this was his rookie year. It was a high-end product with the insert of him in it. He did not have a lot of rookie cards. A lot of his rookies, for example, were either in update sets or, besides SP, you had the rookie traded card that, you had to send in for. So a lot of times you didn't have his cards either in a lot of products. And so, it was a big deal to have an insert rookie that was more limited for people to look for. So the box is very shiny. It's hard to get it not to reflect. Super bright. Now, this product was numbered. Every box was numbered. There was 30,000 boxes made total. I think that is crazy that, they numbered all these boxes. That was a big deal back then. But the fact that, today, we look at this kind of oh, not as big a deal. So there's it comes with this little COA, I guess. With a checklist on it. So again, the rookies are right here. Yeah, so you got Mondesi, Hamlin, Cummings, Delgado, Floyd, Hammonds, Klesko, Lopez, Manram, and A-Rod. So Manram and A-Rod are now casualties of the old steroid issue, and everyone else is some great players but never made it, or just really good players, but not really a Hall of Famer left in there. So really you're left with the base cards, which are nice, but not what this product was originally hot for. So pull them out of a very, very nice product, very nice pack, boxes. Again, I opened some of this product back in the day, looking for that card. It was super expensive. It was one of those products that my dad would be like, see, there's little slots in there for every pack. This product was hand-packed. It had all kinds of bells and whistles. It had the little COA in the front. This was a big deal. This was this was, you had 93 Finest, and this was kind of like, what are we going to do that's going to be better than 93 Finest? So we're going to short print every box. We're going to number every box. We're going to make this the greatest product ever made. And then, I think a lot of people enjoyed it. I don't think this was, at the time, I think a lot of people put the base sets together, because the cards were so cool. And they, the A-Rod card was a huge card for a long time. And a PSA 10 before the whole steroid issue, that card was massive. It probably outsold, I think, at one point, the Griffey PSA 10. Just because it was so much more limited for a little bit. It was, in terms of the 89 upper deck, it was a big deal. It's hard to explain, this was at one point a huge product, and now it's kind of oh, cards look nice, but there's nothing in here really to chase. And there we go. I'll try to get. So, challenge is going to be getting the light perfect on this without too much glare. These cards are very foily. It's been a while since I opened it. And they're easy to damage. So that's another thing too. They are super condition sensitive. So we'll try not to damage anything as it comes out of the pack. Because I would like to maybe get a Griffey to grade at some point. Alright, here we go. Cards look pretty nice. They're not too reflective here. Oh, don't be doing this. Don't be flipping. Alright. So it's really hard to read the name. So I'm going to have to go to the back. So I don't even know who this is. Who is this? Yeah, I don't even know who this is. This is just Davis? I have no clue. Trying to read the name. Like Tim Davis. Like, why is he even in the set? But here's the back. The back had some, really, intricate foiling there with the first letter, and then this was foiled. The name was foiled. I mean, these are very nice. And I would say this. I mean, I remember this came out. I know people were putting these sets together. In fact, I found a binder of my old 90s cards where I was like building this set very slowly because I just thought it was just the coolest thing. Because again, you went from Stadium Club, from Upper Deck to Stadium Club to Finest. And so the only thing that was bad about this product was that it was just foil board. And as Finest kind of came out with a metallized, these cards are very thin. So that was one of the things I noticed even back then is I think if they'd have done this set on a thicker cardboard stock and then had actual, instead of just, different foil, actually had done etching or, did embossing or something, like the set would have aged better because I think it just would have helped the overall card look. Because again, this design and these kind of like, how these cards are made, even back in this time period, this was considered kind of like dated, within 2 years. Like in 2 years, people were like, yeah, that isn't, that cool of technology anymore. Like it's, just foil board, shiny foil with some, foil stamping. It isn't the newest thing. So, all right. I don't know who that Mariner is either. Let's see. Is that Edgar Martinez? Darren. I don't know. I just don't know why Darren Lewis. There we go. Just, I don't know why some of these guys are in the set. Miguel Tejada? No. Yeah, he's a pitcher now. I don't know what I'm doing. I just can't really read these. These cards are so hard to read. So yeah. So a lot of young players are in the set. It's Brian Hunter. So anyway, I know Thomas Griffey and Jeter, and I don't think Jeter's in the set. By the way, I don't think he is. Yeah, I remember, like, he really didn't start making appearances in regular products until, 95? He had his rookie, and then it was kind of like you had to wait a year or two. So, Paul Shuey. So, the rookie cards are gold. So, the limited rookies that are numbered to 5,000. So, if we do get one of those, we will know because they are gold. There's nothing really sticky about them. It's just they're so thin that it's like hard to get them apart because it's hard to even get each one individually. That's Rusty Greer. And let's see, is that John? Yeah. It'd be nice if they put their name on the back. I just see John. So, yeah. It's interesting. Oh, look at that. See that? A big part of the foil is missing right there. That's not a scratch or a damage. It's just like how that card was printed. It was missing that foil when it came off. It's very interesting. So there's a lot of packs in here. That's one thing that I also noticed too. Is like this is like a 36 pack box with 5 cards. So even being super premium, you did get a lot of packs. There we go. This pack opened a little bit better. Okay. We definitely went in with a lot of young players here. I'm trying not to miss a card underneath them. That's one of the reasons I am going a little slow. Sorry, is that I don't want to miss like a card because they're so thin and the foil is a tiny bit sticky that you can't go too fast or you'll just blow right by a card or a player. Okay. Yeah, and so, okay, this is, yeah, I guess a very poor job of explaining this. This is the Rookies edition. Sorry. So this isn't like the regular set. This is the Rookie set. So I was a little confused here. So yes, I forgot there was 2 series. So I'm doing a bad job. Sorry about that. So yeah, so this is the second series. I was like, oh, why is there so many crazy rookies now? It's because this is the Rookie series. So we're going to get a lot of weird players. So really, you're only going to be opening this looking for, a couple players who may have been considered, but here's Jose Oliva. So again, this is the Rookie series. And they call it this foil board Spectra Tech. And in the baseball universe, or in the card universe, Spectra is now used by Panini, and it means shiny, but it's a little bit of a different thing, right? So, a lot of... Here's Mike Lieberthal. He was pretty good. Yeah. Can't tell who some of these guys are, honestly. Jesus. So, really, this product is all about the gold cards, right? So that's what you got to get. You got to get a gold card. That's Steve Traxel. Second time we got this guy, like Ray Holland. So, yeah, obscure rookies from 1994 are not my specialty. Honestly, this is a rough product to open just for know who you got. So another Russ Davis. So now we're getting doubles. So Russ Davis, and again, it's not a terrible product. It's just, Jeff Roughcorn. Yeah. Tony Tarasco. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think this was yeah, a great secondary market product for sure. But hey, it's got to be open, because if we're going to open every box of the 90s, it's got to be one. And again, we are looking for the gold card of J.R. Phillips. I remember him. Now, you can see some of these cards are damaged coming out of the pack. Here's some damage here at the bottom. So, again, this is a set that is a very conditioned system. I thought originally it was a regular product, because I forgot there was 2 series. Getting a Griffey base PSA 10 is still something that's hard to do. So that would have been a cool try to get. So now we're just really looking, Ismael Valdez, really looking for just the gold card to see if we can hit one. From what I remember, they were pretty rare to hit. And again, they were numbered to 5,000. So at the same time, that was the same amount of cards as like in the Donruss Elite was. Now, heck of a lot less boxes, so there was that. But yeah, a lot less. So Rico Bronya. Okay. Corey Bailey. William Van Landingham. There's John Mabry. He was a pretty good player for quite a while. And Luis Lopez. So. we go. Shane Reynolds. Steve Dunn. Don't know who that guy is. Darren Dreifert. No, this guy was a good closer for a while. Here we go. Oh. Gar Finvold. No clue. Gar Finvold. Jesus Tavares. It's like the second or third one of those we've gotten. So yeah, this product is gold card or bust. Because you got another Joey Hamilton, who's pretty good for a little while. Joe Asani. Don't know who that guy is. Mike Kelly. Paul Spoljaric. And Tony Longmire. All right. It's definitely do you know your obscure 90s rookies and part-time players? Because a lot of these guys probably weren't. Hector Carrasco. Yeah, some of these guys were, big time. Not big time, but like, Rick White, he didn't do much. Darren Hall. Like Dreifert, he had a few good years. I mean, it's like anything else, all these guys play 3 or 4 years. Mark Neufeld. Bounce around, and then some of them, Chris Gomez, they have a few good years, they bounce, or they become a journeyman or a reliever, and, they might play 6-10 years, It's pretty good. A lot of them are out of the game after 1 or 2 years. So, Charles Johnson, he was a really good catcher for a long time. So, Charles Johnson was one of those guys that was pretty hyped. Rondell White, he was pretty good. Oh my gosh. Kevin Foster. Don't remember him. Gerald Williams. He is not Bernie Williams. It's the other Williams. James Mouton. Yeah, I remember him. He I think came up and was pretty good for a little bit and then kind of faded. When that happens in the 90s, there's all the, like this guy may have been a steroid guy, right? That's what you hear sometimes. So, what we got here? Danny Massell. Oh, Dan Maselli. I think he was like a closer for a little bit for them. There's Jim Edmonds, so he's definitely a really good player. So that's a multi-all-star guy. So there you go. That guy's good. Garrett Anderson was pretty good for a little while. Orlando Miller. Tony Trosco. So I don't know if there's any guys in the set that's Hall of Famer. In the entire set. Because of the steroid issue and just the fact that, there's no stars. Like Jim Edmonds might be like, the best player that we've hit so far from a lifelong career type thing. So that's interesting. Melvin Nieves. Tim Davis. Troy O'Leary. Greg Blauser. And Matt Wallach. So yeah, down to a few packs. Let's see what we can do. Can we get the gold? I would really like to see one. I've never, I don't think I ever got one when I was a kid. And that would have been a huge hit for me as a kid to hit one of these gold cards. That would have been so cool. All right. Not there. Danny Bautista. There's Rusty Greer again. Ernie Young. The weird thing with these packs too is they're kind of like got trapped air inside of them, so they're kind of like little balloons. All right. Alex Gonzalez, he was good for a while. Tony Sabio. Mark Smith. Steve Traxel, he was good for a while. And John Lieber, he kind of started for a few years. You know, I think he went to the Cubs and was a pretty good pitcher. I think Lieber was around for one of those like almost like 10-year kind of guys. All right. No gold. Yeah, so no gold. All right, last pack. So it looks like, you know, the set is one of those like it's overly expensive for what it used to be, in my opinion. You know, and if you don't hit the gold card, honestly, there's nothing in here to even really try to grade your way through or do anything like that. So unfortunately, we did not. It looks like hit the gold. It should be pretty obvious because they're gold versus everything being silver. So yeah, Finvold again. So there it is. That's the last card. So no actual Hall of Famers, I don't think. No rookie phenom cards, number to 5,000. Just a lot of base cards of players. You know, like Jim Edmonds is maybe the best guy we saw in the whole set. So not a great product, honestly. So, you know, going into, you know, it's like a B product because of one card you could maybe hit. But honestly, even at that card is way, way down from where it used to be. So this is like a, you know, like a C plus product, B minus. I mean, it's just not a product that I would pay. I mean, this should be like under $100. This should be like a $65 to $85 box, honestly, because they're hard to hit. The majority of the boxes you're gonna get skunked, and you're gonna get a bunch of cards like this, and there's nothing in here worth anything to even get graded. There isn't any other insert. The base cards are cool, but they're not gonna grade well. Usually, you saw all the damage on some of these cards, and there's no Hall of Famers in the rookie product to even, you know, player collect your way out of it with some maybe a PSA 10. So C plus, B minus, just because of one card you might hit. Other than that, pretty mid product. And even the design with this foil board, shiny foil board, is kind of, it was cool at the time, but in modern era, you know, when I just opened a box of, you know, 97 finest the other day, and, you know, a couple years later, the cards went from being like, you know, like, you know, just refractors to doing embossed refractors, right? Something like that, you know, with double-sided embossing refractor, or in 99 where you got cards like, you know, this, you know, the Todd Helen. So, you know, like the evolution of cards just really ramped up after this time period. So, you know, now these cards look really, really basic, honestly. So yeah, let me know what you think. You know, you grade this product. Again, I'm more of a C plus, B minus guy. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time in Cards and Comics. Bye.